This is Max Headroom. And what you're about to witness is one of the most sinister-sounding intros to a trailer to one of the greatest epics ever produced in the history of television. And there's more, because you are going to see it as well.
And thanks for hanging out with us on Facts or Frauds. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, you're subscribed, and ring that bell for notifications so next time I premiere a video you can hit a live chat with everyone else and leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Alright, now friends, we're going to do a video that you may have seen on other channels. If you've not seen it, it's going to be a blast. It stars our old friend Scooby. You know, you can't go wrong with Scooby. And One Galt. Check it out.
So,
sit back
relax.
and enjoy.
Sit down, Bubba. It's okay. How's it going today?
Good, you running your window?
I'm safe right here like it is, bub.
Okay, well I can't see. You got a driver's license?
I got my dog in here, man.
Oh, but I need to see you. Roll down your window so I can see your face. Come on, roll it down some more.
I'm good right here, brother. I'm good right here, brother.
All right, I need you to step out of the vehicle for me then.
Oh,
I'm scared.
what for, sir?
Because I asked you to.
Can I get a supervisor, please, sir?
Sir, I don't need a supervisor.
I need a
Step out of the
supervisor,
vehicle.
though. I'm requesting a supervisor, please, sir. I'm video and audio recording. Can I get your
Okay,
name?
Listen.
Can I get your name and badge number for the record, please, sir?
I'm Deputy Sisk. You were stopped.
Deputy Sisk, what is your name? What is your badge number, please?
It's 805.
805?
You were stopped for no license plate on the front or the rear of your vehicle.
502.003 of the Texas Transportation
Can you
Code.
step out of your vehicle?
No, thank you, sir. I don't feel safe doing that, sir. Would you get a supervisor for me, sir? Please? Hey, Scooby. It's okay, brother. It's okay, Bubba. We're okay, man. What's that? What do I need to do? What lawful order is that officer giving me, brother?
The lawful order is for you to step out of your vehicle.
What do I need to step out of my vehicle for, sir? Do you have a warrant?
For my safety,
Am I under arrest, sir? I need a supervisor. I'm going to remain silent, sir, and plead the fifth. Thank you, sir.
Door and step out of the vehicle.
Sir, step out of the car, please.
Please, sir. I'm requesting a supervisor, sir. Please, sir. I'm requesting a supervisor, sir.
Sir, you're not under arrest.
Can I be free to go, sir?
No, sir, you're not free to go. I need to talk to you because you have no
I can talk to you right here, sir.
I need you to step out of the vehicle.
No, thank you,
Can
sir.
I ID yourself?
Well, what? Do you have a warrant to gather that
I don't have
information,
to have a
sir?
warrant,
Well, I need to speak to a
Your felon
supervisor,
ID?
sir.
Your felon ID?
What crime have I committed, sir?
Sir, under the Texas Transportation Code, you're required to
3802, I have to be committed of a crime, sir.
have a license plate on your vehicle. It's required to be registered.
502.003 of the Transportation Code says political subdivision of this state may not require a registration of a motor vehicle, a tax, a yearly tax, or a license in correlation with thereof, sir.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
What's your name?
I remain silent, sir.
So you're refusing to give me your name.
Am I under arrest, sir?
Okay. I already told you you're not arrested.
If I'm not under arrest, can I leave, sir?
No, sir, you cannot leave.
I have a dog in here, sir.
You're not allowed to leave, sir.
Then I need a supervisor, please, sir.
Zoinks! Like, man, where did that come from?
Do you have any weapons in the vehicle? Do you have any weapons in the vehicle, sir? Sir, your cooperation will make this a lot easier. All I'm asking for is your name.
My hands are right here, sir. I'm not a threat to you, sir.
Right now, I don't know what's in the vehicle, and you're not.
I'm not a threat to you, officer. Can I pet my dog to make sure he's okay,
No,
sir?
you cannot.
He's my service animal.
Sir, this could simply be a warning.
It could be. What do you need to give me a warning for, sir?
You don't have proper registration on your vehicle.
502.003, registration by political subdivision is prohibited.
All right, we're going to get through this and refer back to these codes that he's quoting because One Galt breaks it all down for you at the end. Just stick around. It's gonna be good.
Hey, partner, Deputy Odom from Gregg County.
Hey, man, can I put my arms in and pet my dog, man? I got a service dog.
Arms down so you can, unless you can roll your window out.
No,
step
thank
out
you.
for me.
No, thank you, man, unless you got a warrant for me to do that.
Okay. Well, and then you can keep your hands out where we can see them until we can get confirmation that you have.
Okay, can I get your name and badge number for the record on video and audio recording?
Okay. Deputy Odom with badge number 2293.
Odom 2293?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
What's your name?
I don't want to give it unless you have a warrant to gather that information. Thank you, sir.
Unfortunately, that doesn't work.
3802 says I have to be committed of a crime. What crime have I committed?
Not having a license plate.
502.003 Texas Transportation Code.
Instead of Texas, sir.
Well, if I'm under arrest, I'd like to go talk with a magistrate. Otherwise, I'd like to be free to go on about my day.
Well, you're not free to go. Right now, sir, you're detained, okay?
That's a detainment is a custodial arrest, and I'd like for you to read me my Miranda rights, please.
Now you're failing to identify.
3802, failure to identify as I had to commit a crime. Thank you, sir.
You willing to step out of your vehicle?
No, thank you, sir. Not without a warrant. I'm in my private property being safe, and I don't feel safe with y'all. Thank
You're
you.
also running the highways with no license plate and also
502.003 registration by political subdivision is prohibited.
that is not recognized in the state of Texas.
It's written by the Texas Criminal Traffic Law Manual. I just bought the new I just bought the brand new one, dude. So please,
your attorney a little bit better.
if I'm under arrest, I'll get my attorney through the magistrate, sir.
So I'll ask you again, do you have any weapons or anything in the vehicle?
I'm remaining silent, sir.
Nobody's getting my beautiful hair.
Hey, partner, where are you from?
I'm from America. Thank you, sir.
From America?
Yes, sir. Where are you
Okay.
from?
From America also.
That's awesome,
Are
brother.
you from Overton?
Who am I from?
Are you from Overton, Texas?
Why would I be from Overton, Texas? What makes you think I would be from Overton, Texas, sir?
I have no clue. I'm just asking.
No, that's cool.
Okay. What's your first name?
What's your...
So we can be on first name basis, all right?
Okay.
My name's Matthew. So what's
That's
yours?
cool, Matthew. I don't really feel like giving any private information with you, brother. I feel threatened. Right now, I got 2 armed men right here by my truck. I got my service dog right here. I'm scared. My dog's scared. I'd like to be free about my travels. I don't know what crime I've committed, so could you please...
No license plate, no rear license plate, and also no registration.
Is that...
under the Texas Transportation Code, which you should be familiar with that also.
Oh, so you're talking about a license, which would be 521.021, except for persons expressly exempt, 521.001, 521.021,
Not exempt from that.
license number 6. What are the 3 terms, 3 accepted terms? I'm not arguing with you, brother. If you'd like to go argue in front of the magistrate, I'm 100% willing with you. But, I mean...
Well, here's the deal. Is this could get very ugly to the fact that we're going to force you out. We don't want to do that. So, you talk to us, we talk to you.
I don't feel like talking without an attorney present, sir. Would you read, since this is a custodial arrest, would you read me my Miranda rights?
You're being detained.
This is a custodial arrest. A detainment is a custodial arrest. Read me my Miranda rights, please.
What's your name?
Read me my Miranda rights, please. Read me my Miranda rights, please. Thank you. I'm not a threat to anybody, dude. I'm traveling, being with my dog, trying to get some water.
Okay. Sir, this could easily.
I wish to remain silent.
Do you want to listen to me at all? I'm asking you a question. It's a yes or no.
What do you have to say?
Is that a yes?
What do you have to say?
I said this could end easily. This could have simply been a warning. This could have simply been a citation, and you could listen, and you could be on your way.
Well, if you want to write it,
listen, you're stopped for violation of traffic code, and that's why you're sitting here. You're not under arrest. You're stopped. You're not free to leave because you're on a traffic stop for violation of traffic code.
It's okay, Scooby. Sit down.
It's a simple Class C, but you're escalating this into possible more charges. So failing the ID is a violation as well.
I'm not escalating. My hands are out here.
Yeah,
I'm
but
trying
you're
to
not communicating.
de-escalate.
You don't know who you are.
I don't have. I'm under no obligation to give you any
So,
information, man.
As a police officer, I'm asking you for your name. You're not telling me who you are. So if I just,
I have the right to remain silent and private in my person's
am I
papers and
supposed to
effects.
just
Thank
let
you,
Go
sir.
and let you violate what Texas traffic law and not even get your name?
The Constitution says I have the
Okay,
right
all
to
right.
privacy,
You're not
dude.
gonna-
Dude, my hands right here. I'm not no threats, dude. I got a service dog in here, man. We're trying to get some water, dude.
Sir.
Hey, man.
Hey, I'm Chief
Can I get
Deputy.
your video and audio recording? Can I
It's
get
okay. My name is Craig Harrington. I'm the Chief Deputy here at Gregg County.
Okay, thanks, sir.
All right. You were pulled over by a lawful peace officer for a detention for no real license plate. And upon his request, he's asking that you see your driver's license, which is part of the transportation code, that you must show your driver's license upon request by a police officer.
502.003.
I'm talking about 525 of the transportation code.
Well,
sir.
then we'd have to go back to 521.
I'm not arguing that point with you. I'm
Well,
telling you right
if
now,
you'd like to go talk with a magistrate, I'm 100%
Okay,
down
well,
with that.
That's what's going to happen. Is they're going to have to pull you out of this. In which case, that you will be forced to go before the magistrate, but you're going to be doing that under arrest. Do you understand that?
So what do you need right now from me?
He needs your driver's license upon request.
A driver's license. Am I driving under commerce?
Yes, sir. You were driving down the road. You were pulled over.
I was
by a
traveling
lawful-
freely,
Sir,
man.
I'm not going to argue that point with you. I'm
Well-
telling you that you need to provide him with your driver's license. And failure to do so, he's probably.
I would like to remain silent and play the fifth, man.
All right.
My hand's right here. I'm no threat to y'all.
Later, in the void.
All right, sir. I need you to unlock the door. Step out of the vehicle. Keep your hands where I can see them. You are under arrest
For what?
for fail to display a driver's license
Upon demand?
upon request.
Is that 3802?
Yeah. All right.
I haven't-
Advise, sir. Step out of the vehicle. Keep your hands where I can see them.
I don't feel safe.
Turn around.
I don't feel safe.
It's fine. Turn around. No,
My-
no, don't reach.
my dog.
Don't reach. The dog stays in the car.
My dog.
The dog stays in the car. Let go of the
Please,
dog.
man.
Let go of the dog.
Yeah, don't worry about Scooby. He's fine. He's all right. And Shaggy, however, has got now failure to display driver's license, operate motor vehicle without plates, no motor vehicle liability insurance, and resisting arrest. Now, for this whole right to travel argument and those codes he was spouting off, let's head to Juan Galton. Get the truth.
Okay, let's start out by putting this right to travel or commerce. Let's put that to bed in the Texas courts. Texas courts have been addressing their licensing and registration laws for over a half a century, going back to 1953, Gillespie versus Department of Safety. What'd they say? Fundamental in consideration of this contention and other points attacking the constitutionality of the act is the settled principle that a license or permit to drive an automobile on the public highways and streets is a privilege and not property or a property right. And this privilege is subject to reasonable regulations under the police power. That's the 10th Amendment, in the interest of public safety and welfare. Then again, it started creeping up, like this guy says that he wants to spread the word, as you'll soon hear. Yeah, well, it's been spread, and it started back up in 1996 with Tharp v. State. And the nature of the interest and the rights that a licensee has in a driver's license and has been addressed by Texas courts for almost a half a century. And they just basically quote what Gillespie quoted and decided in that case. And then we go about another 10 years, and we're starting to get into the right to travel type stuff that people are claiming now, and this guy's claiming here in Al Yanai Fountain Hawkins v. State. And this guy argued it's unconstitutional because the right of the citizen to travel is not a mere privilege which a city may prohibit or permit at will, but a common right, which he has under the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Appellate seems to make a distinction between the use of public road for gain or monetary purpose and the use for personal, non-economic travel, arguing that travel for economic gain is a privilege, while use for personal travel is a right. Now, where have we heard that? It's all over the internet. Well, here's what the reality is in Texas, and really the other states as well. We disagree with appellant's underlying proposition that driving a motor vehicle for personal purposes is a constitutionally protected right rather than a state-granted privilege. Requiring current license plates as a condition of operating a motor vehicle on the state's highways is a proper subject of the state's police power. Again, that is the 10th Amendment, so it's constitutional. Mr. Doofuses out there. Then in 2009, it was again challenged by this guy. Driving an automobile on the Texas highways is a privilege, the court says, thus regulating licensing, inspection, and registration laws and requiring proof of financial responsibility as a protection for Texas citizens is a proper subject of the state's police power and not a denial of due process. Commercial vehicle is also defined in Section 502.001. Had the legislature intended Section 502.402 apply only to persons operating in motor vehicles, it would have used the term commercial motor vehicle in place of the more inclusive term motor vehicle. Are all the doofuses out there in Texas listening to this? If not, you should. This is the type of stuff you should be spreading instead of your bull. Then it even gets more recent, 2016. Leverson v. State. In asserting that the court lacked personal jurisdiction, appellant claims he was not engaged in any regulated activity governed by the regulatory code known as the Transportation Code, because he was neither actively nor passively engaged in commerce or commercial activity, and was not engaged in the movement of goods, property, passengers, or people for compensation or hire. Where have we heard this before? All over the internet. And of course, this guy has to make up his own definitions for the terms of vehicle, motor vehicle, driver, operator, and this state is used in the Transportation Code. And the court told him his application or misapplication of them with which he was charged. All the state was required to prove beyond a reasonable doubt were the elements of each offenses which did not include engaging in transportation. He says transportation means commerce. Court said, son. Then we're getting into February 9th, 2018. Perkins was a very busy guy. I guess he must be the king of Texas Sovcits, because he was arrested on a number of related charges over the last 5 years, and he kept arguing that there was a requirement of commercial consent, and therefore he is not subject to the laws. The court said, well, leaving aside how nonsensical this argument is, the court's analysis need go no further than the very first assertion, that to be regulated under the Transportation Code, one must assert commercial consent. In other words, the court says he is asserting that he has a constitutional right to choose whether to be bound by the laws. However, it should go without saying that consent is not required for a person to be bound by the law. You get that, all these Sovcits that say, I do not consent, I do not consent. And even if consent were somehow required, a driver consents by the simple expedient of using a public road. No more is required. You get that? Nothing more is required for the traffic laws to apply to you than for you to be operating a vehicle on the public roads. That's it. You don't even need a driver's license. If you don't have one and you're driving, they still apply to you. If you're from Mars and you happen to be using the roads, they still apply to you. Then we go into 2019. Now, this is a Fifth Circuit case. That's a little bit higher up. And it notes that the Supreme Court ruled long ago that states may regulate the operation of all motor vehicles that drive within their borders and may require the registration of such vehicles and the licensing of their drivers pursuant to their constitutionally protected police power. That's the 10th Amendment again. There you go. And it says Texas law is very straightforward. Quote, the owner of a motor vehicle registered in this state may not operate or permit the operation of the vehicle on the public highways until the owner applies for title and registration of the vehicle. Moreover, drivers may not operate a motor vehicle on the highways in this state unless the person holds a driver's license and must display the license on the demand of a peace officer. So there you go. And now we're getting into even 2022. So this is very recent. And this guy's the same thing. Of course, he quotes from the U.S. Constitution, the Texas Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, the Bible, various dictionary statutes, and case law. Who does that? Sovereign citizens, of course. He argues that he was not driving when the traffic stop occurred and that a motor vehicle definition does not apply to his pickup. He claims that a motor vehicle operator is not required to have a driver's license without the driver's consent to be bound by the laws of Texas is an oft-rejected argument that is blatantly incorrect. Of course, we know it is. This claim is equally frivolous. The Supreme Court established long ago that states may regulate the operation of all motor vehicles that drive within their borders, including the licensing and registration of drivers pursuant to their constitutionally protected power. This is the case, people, the case that's set for all times that the states can require everybody who uses the public roads for any reason, they can require them to be regulated, licensed, insurance, and registration. That is Hendrick v. Maryland from 1915. And then even a newer case from 2022. Oh, here's Perkins again. And, of course, he's saying that the state presented no proof of transportation, consent, vehicle, yada, yada, because the word transportation refers exclusively to commercial activity. That's what this doofus is saying, and that's what all these doofuses in Texas saying. But this court and others, the court says, have consistently rejected Perkins' arguments that the Texas Transportation Code statutes, including the laws requiring a driver's license and registration, financial responsibility or liability insurance, and license plates, apply only to commercial activity and only by consent. We have previously addressed and rejected some of the same issues Perkins presents here, including his renewed complaints that entirely the Transportation Code is unconstitutional as applied to him. So there you go. The driver's license, the right to travel, the registration. The right to travel has nothing to do with motor transportation. It just means you can go from one state to the other and back again and all over the country, and nobody can stop you and ask you for your papers if you're just, enjoying yourself and not breaking any laws. So we know that to be a fact. So as you can see, Sovcits tell Sovcits, tell Sovcits, tell Sovcits, and none of them ever research case law or the law. So that takes care of this. Now let's go to this statute he's talking about and see.
And please, please, please let this catch fire, because if Americans found out they didn't need a license or license plates to travel the country freely without government intervention, the whole system might collapse. All right. Texas Transportation Code 502.003. Current through the 87th Legislature, third called session, Section 502.003, registration by political subdivision. Echo. What is a political subdivision?
I have a few definitions for political subdivision in the context of military. 1. Any county or parish. 2. Except that where registration for voting is not conducted under the supervision of a county or parish. 3. The term shall include any other subdivision of a state which conducts registration for voting. Did that answer your question?
I guess.
Thanks for your feedback.
So, any county or parish, it seems like.
Okay, I'm going to do a little better than Mr. Doofus's artificial intelligence that he asked the question of what is a political subdivision. Well, a political subdivision are local governments created by the states to help fulfill their obligations. And these political subdivisions include counties, cities, towns, villages, and special districts such as school districts, water districts, park districts, and airport districts. State governments establish the procedures and requirements for requesting city charters, such as dictating a minimum population. They also determine which functions city governments can perform. Today, modern cities provide services ranging from police protection and recycling to elevator inspection. They nevertheless remain divisions of the state and operate under state law. So this state law, this guy keeps parroting, simply says and tells the cities and towns and villages, political subdivisions, that you cannot charge people or require people to get a driver's license from you or register their car with you. We're the state. That's our job. That's our purview. So you cannot, no political subdivision can make you buy one of their driver's license or pay to have your car registered with them. What these political subdivisions can do is they can charge extra fees or extra licenses for business, for people who want to conduct business using the roads, such as taxis and buses and trucks and such as that. So that's all this says. So this is what happens when a Mr. Sovcit doofus asks artificial intelligence to try to gain some knowledge. This is also what happens when one Sovcit informs another Sovcit of how things should happen. So there you go. It's very simple.
That's the fact, Jack! That's the fact, Jack!
And thanks for hanging out with us on Facts or Frauds. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, you're subscribed, and ring that bell for notifications so the next time I premiere a video you can be in a live chat with everyone else and leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think. And a huge shout out to our channel members Robert Morley, Ann D, Chris Kelling, Goddess of Truth, Grendel S Rage, Pedro Whack-A-Mole, Shawn OldFart, CW1960, Drew B, and Butcherbird. Wanìshi. Thank you. If you'd like to become a member, just click on the link in the description or click on join right next to subscribe. And if you're still hanging around, why not hit that subscribe button? Yeah, you might like it. Hit the thumbs up and hit the thanks button if you'd like to support the channel. Until next time, wanìshi. Thank you. I'll see you soon.